Action!
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mr. Madali, and today I'm going to talk about comprehensive sexual education. As you know, that we have been raised up in a way like we don't talk about sex in our family. Okay, it's a taboo. So I will start with a story of my friend that how he suffered while he was growing up and he was becoming an adult. Well, he's my friend. He raised up in Pakistan, okay, and Pakistan is a quite conservative in culture, okay, and talking about sex is something that you're not supposed to talk with in with your family. So what happened was, like, he didn't know anything about sex, and when he got into the puberty stage, what happened? He got into some wrong action. He did some wrong action, and he got some STD. You know STD? Sexually transmitted disease, like AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, stuff like that. So poor guy. So not talking about sex and not talking about sex at all in the family lead him to a really horrible disease. So let me talk about, like, do we really need, what do you guys think? Do we really need the sex education in our schools? Yeah, good. I think the same. Well, although sexual education is quite important and necessary element in our schools, but the problem is, like, a lot of intellectuals, I'm not talking about the normal people, lay people, I'm talking about a lot of intellectuals, they even don't believe that there should be the sexual education in the schools. Why do they think so? Well, there are some misconceptions and the facts which I'm gonna talk about one by one. Well, one of the first misconception is, like, the comprehensive sexual education encourages youth to have sex. It means, like, if you will have sex education in your class or in school, what will you do? Like, you will have sex probably every day, or once a week, or twice a week, it doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah, actually, the sexual education means to make you think intellectually, to make you have self-control about your emotions, about your feelings, and stuff like that. So this doesn't make any sense. This is a fact that I have already talked about. Second misconception is comprehensive sexual education disregards values and morals. Like, if the teacher or someone's going to talk about sex in front of you in the class, you will lose your morality, you will lose your ethics. Does it make sense? Ethics and morality comes from inside, not from outside, okay? So talking about the sexual education means teaching other people, teaching my students, teaching, like, what is the right way to do some action, how to be more preventive, how to have some protection and stuff like that. So in reality, talking about the comprehensive sexual education doesn't decrease the moral values, but it enhances. It clears the self of identity. It clears the self of morals. It clears the concept of ethics for the people. Third misconception is, like, the intellectuals, so-called intellectuals, think the comprehensive sexual education teaches the mechanism of sex to young children, like how you can have sex. No, they don't teach you that. But they actually teach you, like, how to delay initiation of sex, how to be a protective sex, how to be a prevention, okay, like using the condoms and stuff like that. So this misconception also is actually a myth, which has no roots in science. To be continued, comprehensive sexual education programs do not promote abstinence. Abstinence is like desire to have sex. Controlling the desire to have sex. Well, in reality, actually, if you compare the two groups, in one group they have a sexual education, and the other group they don't have sexual education. The result will be those groups who have the sexual education, they are pretty good in controlling themselves, as compared to those groups who don't have any education at all. Continuing, condoms, one of the excuses, like, or myth is condoms are not effective, but in reality condoms are really effective. The AIDS, all the STD diseases can be prevented by using the condom. One of the other misconception is, like, it is conspiracy theory against, like, population. You want to decrease the world population, but in reality it is to give you a choice, to give you intellect, so you will be able to decide by yourself how many children you want to have. Well, the irony is, although people know the sexual education is important, or we should have the sexual education, the figures are suggesting no. it's decreasing in the US from 2000 to 2014. In conclusion, there is need to educate the people about safe sex and healthy education, sex education. These are some of the resources probably you can't see, but they are from all the journals from psychology and health biology. Thank you.